Welcome friends to our sweet and beautiful world. The world of flowers and stars, here everything impossible becomes possible.
In a small village in the middle of a green forest, there was a beautiful house inhabited by a small family consisting of a father, a mother, and their little son Marco. Marco was an active child who loved to play and discover, always filling the house with his movement and endless curiosity. One sunny morning, the house was unusually quiet. The parents sat quietly talking in the living room, while Marco played with his little car on the carpet in the corner of the room. His parents looked different that day, as if they wanted to say something important to Marco. The parents decided to take some time for themselves, away from the hustle and bustle of everyday life, work duties, and taking care of Marco. They needed this time to recharge and regain their composure. The father thought of a way to explain this to Marco without making the child feel sad. While Marco was busy with his toy, his mother approached him tenderly and motioned for him to go up to his room for a while. Marco was not used to spending so much time alone, but he felt something different in his mother's tone of voice. However, he said nothing and quietly went up to his room. In his room, Marco sat on his bed thinking. He wondered why his parents wanted him alone, why they didn't ask him to join them like usual. Questions were running through his head, but he wasn't angry or upset. He was trying to understand why. Marco looked around the room, starting to feel bored. He decided to do something to occupy his time. He got a piece of paper and colors from his small desk and started drawing his family the way he liked to see them. A father and mother smiling in the middle of a garden full of trees and flowers. He took a long time coloring the drawing and making it beautiful. When he was done, he felt proud of what he had accomplished. He looked at the drawing and decided to put it somewhere his parents could see it when they were done with their alone time. He quietly went down to the living room and placed the drawing on the table next to the couch. Then he went back to his room without making any noise. Meanwhile, the parents were sitting in the back garden talking. They were enjoying the peace and fresh air. They talked about their dreams and plans for the future, and how happy they were to have Marco in their lives. When they finished their break, they returned home to find the beautiful drawing that Marco had made. They both stood looking at the drawing with amazement and happiness. The drawing expressed Marco's great love for them, and his understanding of the importance of each person having his own time. The father went up to Marco's room and found him lying on his bed, reading a little book. He sat down beside him and patted him tenderly on the shoulder. Then the mother joined them, and the three of them sat together quietly. Marco realized that the time his parents had for themselves made them happier and calmer, and that he, in turn, was able to discover something new in himself. His ability to express his feelings in a creative way. That night, everyone went to bed feeling content and grateful. The house was filled with love and warmth, yet everyone in the family knew the importance of taking some time for themselves every now and then.